Is that working? Okay, there we go. Oh my god! Okay, this has been the most obnoxious stream trying to start, like, in a minute. So I am so sorry. I'm, like, washed out from my lights right now. I don't know what's going on. Like, whatever. You know what? The forces that be decided that I get to start the latest I've ever started on a stream since I started streaming. So yeah, thank you everyone for your patience. I appreciate you. And oh my god, welcome in, Zitsuma. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh my goodness. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thanks for just being out there, just waiting. I hope it was not, or didn't feel like too long of a wait. At least I hope it didn't. But to all the folks who are joining us, I am getting feedback through my microphone. That's okay. We are going to be continuing our progress from last week with building a couple of different magic decks out of this Innistrad box that we got. So that's really dope. I am looking forward to that. I hope you are too. We are probably going to be just basically doing the same thing we did last time, except this time we have a more substantial, like, initial deck list ready to go, so I'm pretty excited about that. And Zitsuma says, not long at all, you're playing Kingdom Come 2, and then tied, and I was like, perfect, it works out. Your character died in the game, and then I came into consciousness on my stream. Wow, reality. Incredible. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Folks, today is an extra special day for stream because we are actually supporting an organization called End Overdose through Twitch's own built-in donation and charity system. So End Overdose has a really special place in my heart. We see them all the time. We see booths all the time whenever we go to raves and things like that. And I will not go into the details. I will not. Yep, I am now Henry 2.0. Thank you. I will carry on the name of Henry in his memory forevermore. Legends, the legend will never die. And that's going to be relevant here in a second because, you see, I will not trauma dump on you tonight. We don't got to talk about it. This week, it would have been my late brother's 45th birthday. He would have been an old fucking fogey by this point. And we are actually doing these next 2 streams to honor his loving memory. And so today we kind of have a special round of donation stuff happening. In fact, the reason I was so late today is because I completely forgot to change my aesthetics since Thankmas. We should have done a charity stream in January. I realized we totally forgot, so that's frustrating, but it's okay. We'll make up for it by doing 2 this week. And so we are supporting End Overdose for this week's charity for that reason, because it would have been his birthday. So our donation tiers are as such, and I can't see them because they're a little too tiny, so let me pull up my OGs so I can actually read them. Aloft. Okay. So I have $1 for a shout out, $5 for a song off of Scott's playlist. This playlist is not extensive. It was just all of his favorite songs and albums I could remember off the top of my head. I plan on adding more to it. $10 gets you a random Scott fun fact. $20 to $30 is a virtual star wall. You get to be added to a virtual star wall on my stream. And $50 is rip one for Scotty. If you do not like weed or cannabis, sorry, we're 420 friendly in here, but I will be stepping off stream and doing a rip in Scott's honor and in your honor. And then $75 is for a personal thanks video that I will film and send to you. And then $100 for a 30-minute karaoke break where we sing probably a couple of the songs off of Scott's playlist that I actually know. I mean, okay, that's not fair. I know a lot of his favorite music, but it's been so long since I've listened to some of the songs that I'm like, I don't have confidence that I remember all of the words. Although when I was adding a couple of them, I was like, oh yeah, there's a couple of these on here that I got. So probably go through those to start. All right. But that is our introduction for the stream today. So let us kind of get into Sitsuma says, whenever I hear Scott, I think of illustrious Scotty as a no song for your trip. Thank you, Sitsuma. Actually, I'm so glad you said that, because after that movie came out, that became my brother's theme song. Like, we would just chase him around. I was pretty little. I mean, I wasn't little. I was like a teen, like a preteen, basically. And we would chase him around, me and my friends, and go, Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. There, that Scotty fun fact is for free for you for bringing that up, because I'm so glad you said that. We probably will be talking about that song a lot during the stream, and I'm very excited about that. So, for what we are actually working on today, as far as Magic the Gathering stuff goes, we are continuing kind of right where we picked up last time. Last time, if you'll remember, we tweaked out this Edgar Markov deck, Vampire Go Brr. Well, actually, I'll switch over so you can kind of see my screen a little bit more. Okay, so we got Vampire Go Brr. Wait, did I fix the stream title on this? Hold on. Yes, okay, I did. Perfect. Okay. And then also, I'm sorry,
we got to playtest.
We got to playtest. Actually, like, the physical deck in person, not just goldfishing. It's
five
good.
Swaps from this list. But
With 5 swaps on this list.
Now we only need 3 more cards.
Now we only need 3 more cards.
I can't find anyone who's selling Olivia or Tessa, and I have no idea what happened to my Boros turn.
Yeah, fair enough. Folks, if you can also hear my husband in the background, I apologize, because he and I share an office. So he's going to try and project when he's talking about stuff so my microphone picks him up. In fact, I'll adjust it a little bit. Just because we found that him trying to talk and then also having Discord recording doesn't really work very well. And it just gives a really weird echo, so we're probably not going to do that. In fact, I need to make sure this is off. Phew. So I apologize for that, but like, we'll get to more context here in a second on that. But for now, Edgar Markov ended up going really well. There were only a couple of swaps made on that, and the physical deck played super fun, super awesome. We got to do FNM last week with it, and that was incredible. And then
at a really nice power level where it's not oppressive, but it still gets to do the thing.
Yeah, it feels like a well-balanced deck, which I have not heard of Edgar Markov being that very consistently. Oh, and also, while I'm thinking about it, if you're noticing that I actually went over my follower goal, thank you every single person who followed recently to make that happen. I cannot believe I missed that. I should have had a sound play. I thought I had sound, like a sound effect on this. I did not. And so I completely missed it, and I also have to reset it. But I was having so many issues today that I was like, we'll fix it later. But thank you everyone who made this possible. This is wild. I did not think I would ever get to 200, let alone 207, y'all. Ridiculous. Thank you. I appreciate you. But as I was saying, we are going to be working on my Demir Zombies deck today. So as you can see, the theme of today's stream is what's in your hand? And we're not sure who the commander is yet, but we have some contenders. So the thing we're going to kind of talk about this time is, oh wait, no, wait, there was something I was going to say about your Edgar deck that we did. Oh no, I can't remember. Dang it. Okay. Maybe I should like make a little to-do list like I do for Ashes of Creation. Where I just have it like, oh, here's this. Oh, here's this. Oh, here's what we're going to work on today. So I can peek at it when we're distracted. Like, oh, yeah, that's what we were going to talk about. That's okay. But to kind of give you the rundown on what's going on with this, this zombies deck as it is we are actually kind of, I guess the thing that we need, we have most of it like ready to go. And for the most part, like, feels like a pretty solid zombies deck, just kind of at its base. Except now we need to choose a commander for it, that feels like, well, the thing is, there's a lot of really good Demir zombie commanders, right? Like, our initial pick was Geese and Geralt. When Geese and Geralt enters the battlefield, mill 4 cards. During each of your turns, you may cast a zombie creature spell from your graveyard. That's pretty solid. Like, that's as straightforward as you can get for a zombies card, from my understanding. But a lot has kind of come up since Geese and Geralt was initially released that kind of has a little bit like more cohesive of a playstyle, or kind of in some ways blows them out of the water even. For this deck, we kind of have a couple different options for a zombie Demir commander. So now we kind of have, I think you ended up...
Hang on, I'm pulling them up on Gatherer so that I can post links to them in the chat.
Perfect. Okay, cool. And then I'll also bring them up in Moxfield too while we're just kind of putzing. So I think, so the first one is that I know off the top of my head is Grimgrin. Oh no! No, I put in Grim. No, it's Grimgrin. Okay, so the first option is Grimgrin. This is a commander that was actually recommended by Prof from Tellurian Community College, which, if you remember from last time, or if you were not here last time, we talked about the timing of his video was pretty wild because we had this idea for this deck. We wanted to make zombies. Trash Panda was like, oh my gosh, I think we have enough cards to do this. If that would be a deck you're interested in, Demir's your favorite. And then we found this video, or at least I spotted it when I was actually doing prep for this video, or for this stream. I found this video of him talking about commander decks that you can build out of the Innistrad boxes, and Grim is on there. And it was actually a lot of the cards that he suggested in this commander deck were cards that we had and that we were going to be putting into this deck. So that kind of worked out really well for us, and finding out about Grimgrin. So Grimgrin enters tapped and doesn't untap during your untap step. You can also sacrifice another creature, untap him, and put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever Grimgrin attacks, destroy target creature defending player controls, and put a +1/+1 counter on Grimgrin. So basically, it's beefing this guy up. You're feeding him zombies until eventually he becomes like this big hulking mass that just slaps people into the ground. Kind of a la the giants in Skyrim smacking things into the stratosphere, right? So that is our initial option, other than Geese and Geralt.
So that would be a kind of Voltron aristocrats, like you're sacrificing to make Grimgrin huge and then killing with commander damage.
Yeah.
Would be the strategy there.
Okay. So you're basically killing with commander damage, and you have a... Wait, say that one more time?
So it's a Voltron strategy in that you're buffing your commander, but it's a little bit more aristocrats because you're sacrificing creatures to do it. But this would just be tons of cheap creatures, feed everything to Grimgrin, he gets gigantic, and then you just bitch slap people with him.
Perfect, yeah. Essentially that. So that is a really solid choice. It does not change the dynamic of the deck that we kind of have going so far, fortunately. So there's that. And then the second option was, how do I spell his name?
Wilhelt, W-I-L-E-L-T. This is my personal vote.
Yes. So this is Trash Panda's personal vote. This is Wildhelt the Rot Cleaver. Whenever another zombie you control dies, if it didn't have Decayed, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. It can't block. When it attacks, sacrifice it at the end of combat. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a zombie. If you do, draw a card. So this one's really solid because it's basically just like... Oh gosh, Trash Panda described me earlier as just like, oh, you kill my zombie? Okay, have another zombie. Oh, you kill my zombie? Okay, I have another zombie. Just like you're essentially, the way that I pictured it in my head is this guy is not only raising creatures from the dead, but then he's also like, anytime they get cut into smaller pieces, he's just making those pieces fuse back together and shamble onward, at least for a turn, right? So honestly, I'm kind of leaning toward Wilhelm myself just because that sounds like a lot of fun. Especially because I really enjoy decks like that have a lot of like small things to, like, that's basically how my Meren deck works, is I have a bunch of tiny things that I'm intentionally trying to sacrifice so I can eventually get out these kind of monstrosities later on, right? So I'm definitely down for that. That's a playstyle I'm already very familiar with. I think that's a solid pick for a commander. And then what is the next option?
The Scarab God.
The Scarab God. All right, this one's real cool. Okay, so at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses X life, and you scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. Exile target creature card from your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. When the scarab god dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Excuse me.
So this is leaning a little bit more into the reanimator side, which we do have a pretty significant reanimator package in this deck right now. I take your things.
Yeah.
And they're mine now.
Yeah.
And they're dead.
Yeah. So it's like, I take your things, they're mine now, and they also dead. They also are zombies now. They're also undead. That's pretty cool.
Which means all of our zombie lords hit them, and all of our spells that care about zombies ETBing or dying hit them.
Yes, precisely. Yeah, that sounds pretty solid to me.
So the way we have the deck right now, really any one of these four could slot into it.
Do you want to scoot this and maybe scoot closer for just like a little bit? Thanks. Oh, watch out. It's kind of a mess over here, as I was saying.
Yeah, one nice thing is, regardless of what commander you're running, Dimir Zombies works kind of the same way. You pump out a bunch of cheap zombies, and then you're either using them to drain your opponents, or feed your commander, or just getting additional value out of them with dice, triggers, and card draw with Will Help.
Yeah.
We could probably just slot any one of these four into the deck. Geese and Geralf are going to be the weakest. They are a card advantage engine, but only one per turn. I guess Will Help only gives you one card per turn as well, but he's giving you... He's feeding himself. So, like, you play a 1/1 zombie, it dies, you swing with it, it dies, you get a zombie with Decayed, you sack that zombie to draw a card.
Yep, So, there's a couple different dynamics going on. Obviously all kind of in a very similar vein. But also, honestly, I think the thing that I'm stuck on is they're all really good choices, and I really like all of them. That's going to be a very expensive sideboard, I think, unfortunately.
Well, the fun thing is, they all go in the deck.
Oh! I didn't know that!
Yeah, we could absolutely put all of them in the deck, and you can just cycle whichever one you want to be the commander out and the other one back into the 99. Like, there is no reason not to include these creatures because they're generically powerful creatures in zombies decks either way.
Okay.
So if you want, we just get all three, which is going to be a little expensive because they are popular cards and are going to eat up a significant amount of your $50 budget.
Yay.
But we can get all three, and then you can just use the flavor of the week.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, cool. So all four is totally an option. We could what's a very beloved like quad in anime or something like that? Like, I don't know, the Zombie Rangers or something. There was way more than 4 in the Power Rangers. You know what? It's fine. No, I honestly, if that's the option, then I think that's a solid pick because.
So if we do that,
I would be so down to just like kind of cycle it, and we could also do it where we proxy or just test it with like all four, see if that's even viable if they really do. Because actually, yeah, they all do work. That was kind of what I was struggling with. Is I'm like, I feel like all these do a very similar thing. And it's just kind of, like you said, the flavor of the week, essentially, at that point. So, I don't know. It's hard to ramp in TV.
well, wait till you see our new tag.
What? Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the tag. Taking a closer look at the tags.
Refresh. I just added one for putting those three in.
Oh. Okay, just added one. Mom said it's my turn to be commander. Yes. Ah! Too much. Amazing. Incredible.
So, if you scroll down, our biggest issue with this deck right now is curve. We want a lot more 1-drops, 2-drops, maybe some more 3-drops. We have a lot of 4-drops in the deck right now.
Yeah.
And so if we get stuck on like 3 mana, that's going to feel bad. We're not double spelling really until we get to like 5 or 6 mana. If you go to collection, your collection tab.
Collections. Hold on. I have to zoom out. Collection.
And I'm going to send you a screenshot of the way you should set your filter. I'm just going to message you.
Okay, so we got filters, card type zombie, mana value less than 3.
And then must have any of the selected under colors.
Any of the selected. Perfect.
There you go.
Sweet.
And these are our boys
All right.
and girls. And these
And
are our
other-
guys, gals, and non-binary pals who also happen to be non-living.
This guy's just straight up a
So a few of
heckin'
these are already in the deck. A few of these, like...
Centaur,
we
those
just-
were those.
They're kind of auto-includes. A Curse Marauder is a really nice piece that can get rid of, like, if one person has a super troublesome creature, you just throw him down. You don't care about sacrificing. Everything comes back.
Everything comes back. Nice. That's not bad. We've also
so,
got Barrel Ghoul. That's pretty classic.
we're good on a Curse Marauder.
Yes.
I don't want to put Barrow Ghoul in for one simple reason. If Barrow Ghoul is in your deck, you cannot reorder your graveyard, and you have to care about the order of your graveyard, and it's super
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah. So he's very cool. He's an interesting old card. He's also exceptionally annoying to play.
Yeah.
So we're gonna skip him.
Yeet.
Wait, hang on. I gotta set my filters.
Blade Stitch Scab. It's pretty simple. A little buff.
He is already in the deck.
He's already in deck? Okay, cool.
He is already in the deck. He is a zombie lord.
He's a zombie lord.
Butcher Ghoul, I think we absolutely include. He comes back once. And if you have Will held out, he comes back twice.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So we'll throw him in.
Butcher Ghoul. They sure threw a whole lot of stuff at him.
Cobbled Lancer.
There's the Centaur person.
I'm kind of 50-50 on this. Exiling a creature card from your graveyard is not hard in this deck. The fact that you can... the fact that he's 1 mana for a 3/3, and you can use him later for card draw, yeah, I think he goes in. That's actually a pretty sick ability.
Word. Diagraph Ghoul, meh.
Diagraph Ghoul. I mean, 1 mana zombie. We throw him in. He
Okay.
is tapped, but we don't really care because we're not going to be able to swing with him that turn anyways, and yeah, so he's just a nice, turn
Ooh.
1, get a zombie out.
True. And then Valmire Knight, right?
He is in a deck.
He's
we can
wait.
get another copy. He's cheap.
Okay.
He's in my Knight's Tribal deck.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense because he's a knight.
Yep. But we
I was
can
gonna
put
say
him in
because the
he's
draw a card and
35
lose a life is
cents.
solid too. I definitely have a soft spot for the adventure cards because Eldraine was one of my favorite sets, but also because I like the variability. Like, oh, I have options. It's kind of why I also like the flip cards.
Yeah, no, fair. Gravecrawler already in the deck.
Yep.
Auto include. He's part of an infinite combo.
Yeah. So Gravecrawler, infinites with. A couple different things. I think the first one is Lightning Tower. I don't remember the name of it.
It's Rooftop Storm.
Rooftop Storm.
So Rooftop Storm and Gravecrawler.
Yep.
As long as
I was
you
close.
have a way to sacrifice.
You can see my confusion.
Are infinite.
What?
Because you just sack Gravecrawler, play him again with Rooftop Storm for free. What you need to make it a combo is some sort of sacrifice outlet.
Yeah.
Which we have several of in the deck, and like specifically, he goes Gravecrawler, Rooftop Storm, and Grimgrin. Go basically make your commander infinitely big.
Yeah.
Gravecrawler, Rooftop Storm, and Pitiless Plunderer added into there. Your commander gets infinitely big, and you make infinite mana with treasures.
Nice.
If you add Hungry Ghoul into that loop, you can make Hungry Ghoul infinitely big with the treasure. There's a bunch of
there's a bunch of weird. That's really cool.
Which, speaking of Hungry Ghoul, I think
Sack
Hungry
outlet,
Ghoul goes
and then
in.
suddenly
He's a nice sacrifice outlet, and he's a
infinite Gravecrawler glitch. There goes next.
Throw a Hungry Ghoul in there. Lazotep Chancellor, we're not planning on doing too much discarding, but a 1/3 for a blue and a black that's a zombie that'll trigger the rest of your stuff isn't bad, and if you do incidentally discard, you make another zombie. So, I think he goes in not necessarily for his ability, more for his butt.
He's got a good butt, that's for sure. So I discard a card, and we pay 1. If you do amass 2.
Absolutely goes in. 2/1 Death Touch for 2. The rest of the card could say, and you punch yourself in the leg, and we'd still put it in the deck. Right? But really it's put some shit in your graveyard and gain some life, which are both things that this deck wants to do.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go ahead and throw that in.
Perfect. At least we don't have to punch the leg for it.
I was going to say something else and call myself. Nested Shambler, also awesome. Gives us some small creatures to sacrifice when it dies. And we have a couple different ways to make our zombies bigger, so you're probably going to be getting more than 1 scroll token when it dies.
Nice.
1 mana for a 1/1, and it replaces itself when it dies, or potentially more, is great. So, definitely giving Nested Shambler a spot.
Home is where the heart was, is what it says.
Retrofitted Transmogrifant. 1 mana for a 1/1, and you can pay 4 to bring it back to the battlefield.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Yeah, easy include.
God, I think one of the reasons why black is one of my favorite colors in just Magic the Gathering in general is just the art is so cool. Like, the art is always just so gruesome and grim, but so beautiful. Like, this Mire Triton, gorgeous. Dead fish, gorgeous. Aesthetically pleasing, somehow. This guy, my god, horrifying. This guy looks kind of goofy, but I love him. It's amazing. Return Phalanx is one of my favorite arts.
You get very attached to your creatures, and when you're playing black, you can get them back if someone kills them.
Yeah! He's saying that I get very attached to my creatures, and it's nice being able to just bring them back. I will say, when I get stuff exiled, it hurts deeply in my heart. I think you're right. Curtain Call says, I got excited. I thought you heard Shambling Gas. Black is best color for sure. Yes, Curtain Call gets it.
Is this a zombie?
Curtain Call gets it. Let's check it out. Shambling Gas.
Ooh, he is a zombie. Ooh, he's a 1/1 for 1 with some abilities.
Oh, whoops.
Ooh. I think he goes in the deck. Yeah, he's like a 30-cent card.
Ooh.
Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Good call, Curtain Call. Thank you for the rec.
I don't know if you heard that current call, but Trash says thank you for the wreck. That's going in. So target creature and opponent controls get -1/-1 till end of turn. Create a treasure token. It's an artifact with tap. Sacrifice the artifact. Add 1 mana of any color.
Yeah,
It
so you can either
does.
kill something small or get a treasure token.
Yeah, that's really solid. And it's a 1-drop. That's not bad.
Yep. Returned Phalanx, a 3/3 for 2. It's got Defender, but you can pay to take Defender away from it. And it's on color, and it's a cheap big butt. How many you guys in?
Current call says absolutely love that card. Kill or get mana for 1 black. Yes. That is solid. Good wreck again.
Siege Zombie, tap 3 untapped creatures. Everybody loses a life. 2 mana for a 2/2.
Yeah,
Great.
that's really
ability.
solid.
Alright, we're getting down there on cards, though, because I want to put probably around 20 basics in here.
Yeah.
Stitcher's Supplier, 1 mana for a 1/1. When it enters mill 3. Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
Yep.
And it's gruesome too. I like that. Oh, that's sick.
Venser, I'm torn on. Venser, we would include. Like, he's a 2 mana 1/3 with lifelink and toxic. Like, we're not trying to proliferate. We're not trying to kill with poison counters in this deck. I think there's probably better things that we could swap that for later. But if we do find that we're short on cheap creatures after this, we can throw him in. Like, we have him.
Okay, so
Walking
just sideboard.
Corpse. I love vanilla creatures. It's just simple.
I do
2 mana, 2/2.
too. I do. I love me a vanilla critter with a big honking thing of flavor text. I love it.
There's
Like
there's
Witch
a
is
whole
familiar.
cycle
The reason
of-
I didn't kick it out of my deck is because I love it so much, and I cannot spell tonight. There we go.
There's a whole cycle of 5 single color vanilla creatures in Aether Drift. They're pretty cool.
Oh, really? Nice. Some bog witches practice the strange art of batrachomancy, reading portents in the number, size, and color of warts on a toad's hide. Like, how dope is that? I love everything about that. This is one of my favorite cards, and we had to kick it out of my deck because we just couldn't use it anymore, but I love it. This was actually one of the cards that inspired my witches deck. I was like, Frog. Frog. I need it. And then last is the Wretched Throng. When it dies, you may search your library for a card named Wretched Throng, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Oh no, oh no, oh no, again! Gosh. But yeah, so I think we've got a pretty beefy stack here now.
Yeah, so we have 4 spots left.
4 spots. We have 4 spots left.
I definitely think Counterspell.
Ooh, Counterspell always.
Yeah.
If it's blue, it's got a Counterspell. Also, we could do Pot of Greed.
What?
Actually, I don't know. I don't remember what that card is called.
Treasure Cruise?
No, it's there's like a little cauldron on it. I don't remember what it's called. It ended up in a fairies deck that they provided on Magic Arena, and it was really fun playing it and going, I play Pot of Greed. Not Deadly Dispute. Hold on.
I believe we do have.
Draw 2 cards.
I mean, Deadly Dispute wouldn't be bad. How are we doing on touching cards?
Deadly
We are a
Dispute
little
would
short
not be
on
bad.
touching cards.
Let me go take a look. Okay, I'm getting super hyperfixated on this, but I just thought it was funny. It literally is just a card that says draw 2 cards. It's Pot of Greed, but it's Magic the Gathering, and it's blue, and it's hilarious.
I like Deadly Dispute as an option.
Oh, I think we have a Deadly Dispute.
do have a
Yeah,
Deadly
and one
Dispute.
of the other. Yeah. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact creature, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure token.
We also do have, I mean, our like really solid piece of card draw is Midnight Reaper. What's some other stuff that draws cards off dies triggers?
Ooh. Draws cards off dies triggers. KittehCult says works great with decayed zombies. That's fair. Maybe. What's the? I was just looking at that for that other card just now. On. There's like on the Magic, like the official Wizards.
Scryfall, but Scryfall's been acting up today.
Oh, is it Scryfall? Because I know you could do it with tags like has this, has this. KittehCult says I used to have a fun zombie deck, so it kind of have all kinds of potentials. Champion of the Perished. Whoops. Wrong Parish. Champion of the Perished. Whenever another zombie you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Champion of the Perished.
On a 1/1 for 1? Yeah.
1/1 for 1. That's solid. Put it in. Thanks, KittehCult.
I bet if we look through the bulk.
Do you just want me to? Are you adding it as well? Because I was gonna. Okay, perfect. Because I'll add it to the wish list.
I bet if we look through the bulk at our LGS, we could find a lot of these because they're.
Yeah.
What is this?
This one's also just really cool. Oh, and it's from Midnight Hunt. Nice. Oh, I love that.
Oh, he's in the. He's
That's
one of the
sick.
cards that's in the starter deck. Although, he's a couple bucks. That's not terrible though. I can see why that's.
Oh, if it helps, I have a $50 limit on my upgrades for this deck. Outside of the cards that we have currently in our stash. So I think that would put us at what is
That puts us
it?
at one more spot if we want to have. Well, I guess we have 17, 18 with our MDFC. So
17,
we only
18.
really need, if we, I liked starting at 36 and tuning from there, so we need 18 more lands. So we have 3 more spots.
3 more slots? Okay. Oh my god, code emergency. Thank you so much for the posture check. Ow. Goodness, I needed that. It is greatly appreciated. Oh, and also apparently I need to update my alert box. Oh no. Double thank you for that, because I didn't notice that was not working. I appreciate you.
We do have a couple pieces of counter magic. Do you feel like you want more?
I wish I was stretched before this.
We have 4 pieces of 4 pieces of counter magic.
4 pieces of counter magic.
And then we have 10 ways to kill things. So that's your interaction package, and that's a combination of single target removal and board wipes.
Gosh, I don't know. Oh, KittehCult wants to know if we're doing any creature lands.
We have the Ixalan shark land.
We have
here.
the Ixalan shark lands?
The
Oh.
Restless Reef.
Restless
the
Reef.
land that turns into a 4/4 shark with Death Touch.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I do love me a shark.
We have one.
We've got the one. It's a shark with Death Touch, and that's it. I don't know. I think honestly in any blue deck, I think having a couple different spell options is probably a good idea.
So we can throw in.
Just because I like to feel like I'm in control. That's why I play blue. That's like what the point of blue is.
We reset our filters and we filter by blue instance. Card type instant. What do we have, by the way?
KittehCult says check out Hive of the Eye Tyrant for some easy graveyard exile.
Ooh, actually, we have an Archmage's Charm. Archmage's Charm would be a good include.
Word.
This is flexible, 3 mana, 3 blue, counter target spell, or draw 2 cards, or steal something.
Oh shit. So Tyler,
You can steal a Soul Ring with Archmage's Charm.
yeah, that would be so mean, but yeah, that'd be amazing. So Hive of the Eye Tyrant. If you control 2 or more other lands, Hive of the Eye Tyrant enters tapped. You can tap it to add black, and then you can pay 3 + 1 black until end of turn. Hive of the Eye Tyrant becomes a 3/3 black beholder creature with menace, and whenever this creature attacks, exile target card from defending player's graveyard. It's still a land. That's really solid. I like that a lot. That's kind of mean, but I like it. I do not know.
It's like $5.
It looks like it's saying $1, $2 on.
Okay. So your biggest problem is the fact that two of your commanders are like $10 cards.
Yeah.
So let's put together a cart on Card Kingdom. We want a
Wilhelt.
and I'm just gonna get you the cheapest printing I can find on each of these.
Word.
Which apparently they're out of stock on all. They do not have Wilhelt in stock on Card Kingdom. So let's go to TCG Player.
Wilhelt. We might have to proxy him.
Well, the problem is his only printing was in Midnight Hunt, which people didn't buy either as the leader of a commander deck or in like the commander slot in the packs.
Oh, okay. Because nobody liked Midnight Hunt. I really liked Midnight Hunt.
Alright, here's one moderately played. Well,
KittehCult says there's a few more possible suggestions, and then he'll shut up.
No, don't shut up.
You don't ever have to shut up. This is why we're doing the stream. Please send that. What I guess why I'm stopping and saying that is because please send them all, and then please do not shut up. Please keep talking, KittehCult. What do you mean? Give it all. Give it all to us. We want to hear all of it. As Ted Lasso says, we don't bring an umbrella to a brainstorm, friend. We just let it all wash over us, and then we'll clean up the mess afterwards.
Gisa Glorious Resurrector. Gisa might already be in the deck.
Ooh.
Yeah, Gisa Glorious Resurrector is already in the deck.
Okay.
Great
We have a
suggestion.
Gisa. Okay, perfect.
You are absolutely correct. It is hilarious. And, yeah. We actually have 3 Gisas in the deck right now.
Yes, it is a very Gisa heavy deck. Tainted Adversary. When Tainted Adversary enters, you may pay 2 colorless and 1 black any number of times. When you pay this cost 1 or more times, put that many +1/+1 counters on Tainted Adversary, and then create twice that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens with Decayed. A creature with Decayed can't block. When it attacks, sacrifice it at the end of combat. Nice. I think that's solid. Midnight Hunt just had some really cool cards. And then, what was the next one? Ah. Okay. So then Eben Death.
Your commander package, we're looking at about $23.
Okay. $23 for commanders.
$23 for commanders. The Fate Stitcher is another $250, so call it $25.
This dragon's really cool.
Deadly Dispute, it's saying we don't have, but I know we have.
We definitely have it. I saw a Deadly Dispute. We definitely have it. I'm pretty sure. We definitely have it.
50 cents.
I think.
$6. Champion of the Perished is $3.
Then
so we're
Draco
at
Lich?
$29. Shambling Ghast is $1, $30. So yeah, we have about $20 of budget to play with.
Oh, I always add a T to the word lich. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that was Eben Death Draco Lich. I was not paying attention. Oh my gosh. Yes. I was like, weird. I think the dragon's really cool. I think that's really, really cool. KittehCult says, I put Deadly Dispute in every deck if I have enough of them. Nice.
Yeah,
That's true, because it is Pot of Greed plus, basically, which is really nice.
Ooh, he's expensive. So Jadar is a really good include, but he's $5, so that eats up a quarter of your remaining budget.
Ah. think that's alright. Okay, I remembered, I was gonna put on music, but I don't remember who I wanted to listen to. It was Level Up. It was Level Up that I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, Tainted Adversary should go in as well. Alright, so that actually puts us one card away from kind of where we want to be before we put in lands.
Okay. So one card left, basically.
Yeah, and I think counter magic.
So
Oh wait, no, we didn't put in the Archmage's Charm yet. So I think we're at cap unless we want to start making swaps for stuff. But we're also just about at budget. We're at like $40, I think. Let me put the cart together. Did I put the Archmage's Charm in? I did not.
Also, I apologize that Stream Elements is kind of spamming my chat right now. I didn't realize my timer messages weren't on a random rotation. They were all just going at once, so I apologize.
Cool.
Okay.
So that puts us at 82, and we currently have 18 lands, so if we add 18 lands, we'll be at...
Oh, KittehCult says, didn't remember hearing it, but did we add Meat Hook Massacre?
Yes.
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 100%.
So now that we're basically...
Yeah, I'll have him back over to the deck list.
Add, let's see, 28, 78, we have 18 lands to add. Let's go 6 and 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay,
This
folks.
is 100. Beautiful. So, this is the deck list. Do you want to start going through it tag by tag?
Yes, in 1 second. So, folks, that is a good spot. We got our deck list. Thank you, KittehCult, for the lovely recommendations. So appreciate it. We are gonna take one quick break so I can fix my desk and also run an ad because Twitch is part of a capitalist system. You know, we gotta make sure they get their payday so they're happy, so they aren't, you know, like throwing us into the gears of the machine to grind up into dust. At least we have a little bit of time before that happens. So I'm going to run an ad. I'm going to fix my desk, and we'll be right back, and we're going to talk about all the tags that we've got for this deck so far. Alright, and remember, sorry, that reminds me, if you would like to skip watching ads entirely, then you can also subscribe, and I would greatly appreciate it, though it's never required, but we always need people for the Covenant, so appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Be right back. Alright, we back. Thank you for your patience. That worked because I also needed one little small snack and some water. So that works out for me. Okay. So before we get into talking about the tags for this deck, I just really quickly want to reiterate, in fact, we'll go over to the just chatting screen for just 1 second, that we are doing a charity stream today. If you'll see on your Twitch panel, or if you're a YouTube person, hopefully you're getting the notifications from the bot, maybe, we'll see, I don't know. YouTube's been weird about that kind of stuff lately. But we are raising money for an organization called End Overdose. Their mission and their organization is very near and dear to my heart. Obviously, we don't have to get into it, but my oldest brother would have been 45 this week. And to honor and celebrate his memory, we are doing charity stream for End Overdose. And I do just want to say that they're an incredible organization. We spot them. The reason I found out about them is because we spot them at a bunch of the shows that we go to all the time. They do a lot of really awesome and good work. It's so important. Especially with things the way that they are right now. A lot of people are way overdoing it with substances, unfortunately, and I think it's super important that we do what we can to reduce harm, protect each other, take care of each other, because that's all plur, baby. And that's what we care about. And also in honor of my brother, I will actually show you this. I'm actually super happy that I still have it. This is actually one of his shirts from forever ago. This was actually a special edition, OG Echo shirt, which is crazy. It says, "Home of the free, land of the crazed." I figured it was pretty fitting. And just as a quick reminder for the different donation tiers we have, donation tiers, we have, oh my god, I need to stop closing this tab. Why do I keep closing this tab? Nailed it. Okay, we have $1 for a shout out, $5 for a song off of Scott's playlist, $10 for a Scott fun fact, $20 to $30 for the virtual star wall. That's right, it's back, baby. $50 for one rib for Scotty. And $75 for a personal thank you video from me, and $100 for a 30-minute karaoke break. So it's up to you. If we do a karaoke break, we're definitely singing a song off of his playlist too. So, that being said, thank you all for your support. Even you just being here and hanging out with me today is huge. I think if Scott was around when I started playing Magic, I think he would have really liked Magic. I think I could have learned him a thing or two. Who knows? He might have even played it. I don't know. He was a nerd like that. I actually went and I found... Wait. I'll save that. Scott. Fun fact. And then I will go get the thing and I will show you later. So, we'll wait on that. Okay. Let's get back into the card stuff, people. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your time. All right. Ta-da. Okay, so... Wait. Too big screen. Well, no, this is fine. We'll do this. Okay. So here's what we got as far as tags go. So, Trash, would you mind coming over yonder and talking me through kind of your thoughts? Oh, and also before we get into the tags, for anyone who is wondering, so the hilarious deck master in this house is actually Trash Panda. I introduced him to Magic 2 years ago, and he's better at it than me, and he's on his way to becoming a judge. It's ridiculous. I've been playing this game for so long, and it just clicks in his brain, which is awesome. I'm very happy for him. In fact, it makes my life a lot easier, because when I'm like, hey, I want a deck that does this, or I want to build a deck that does this, he's like, say no more, I got you. Or what does it say? Say less, I got you. So that's been incredible. So right now we are working on the Zemir Zombies deck, because after pulling a bunch of these cards out of our Innistrad box, we realized we had plenty of cards to make it that way. And if you did not see us building the Edgar Markov deck last week, you can go check that out. The VOD's still up. You should be able to access it. You can also look at it on YouTube if you'd like. So let us get into the tags. I'll scoot the mic over.
Alright, so first section is our ramp package. Demir is not great at ramping, but, and a few of these things I'm kind of 50-50 on. So Cage Sun, it's expensive. You don't cast it till late in the game, and by that point you probably don't need it. It is nice because it can be a lord for like all of your black zombies, but I would be pretty willing to cut that for like anything else that would let us ramp potentially off of dice triggers or something else like that.
Oh my god! Oh! We just got a donation!
Thank you,
Thank you, Curtain Call! Yay! $50! I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. So what was $50? Hold on. Yay! Okay, we get to rip one for Scotty, and also you get the virtual star wall again. And then we also get to do a Scott fact, Scott playlist, and a shout out. So first off, shout out. Thank you, Curtain Call, for your donation. We so appreciate you. Yay! I'm actually glad you did that, and it was actually the perfect one because my first fun fact about Scott is his favorite game was Soul Calibur. At least that was his favorite game to play with me. We did a lot of gaming of Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 2, I think, was both of our favorites. And that clip for my little gif for the thing, and also the sound, and also the voice line, all from Soul Calibur 2. So thank you so much, Curtain Call, and I'm glad we got to do that. Yay! Oh, it turned out so good. I was so worried that was not going to turn out very well. Okay, so that means I have to step off camera for a second to take this rip because, you know, the Twitch. Be right back. Okay, you're just gonna have to trust. You're just gonna have to trust. We're good. I try not to. I don't like ripping it until I cough, but I got myself that time. We're good. Thank you, Curtain Call. Okay, what's next?
Aww.
Virtual star wall.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, Curtain Call, I'm so sorry to hear that. It sucks. I feel like it definitely doesn't get easier. I just think it just, you know, I don't know. This was a really, really, really tough week for sure. And today was especially rough just because I was obviously thinking about all this stuff, going through all this music, listening to all this music again. It's brutal. So I appreciate you. And I'm sorry we empathize on that level, but I do appreciate the support. But hey, you want to know something awesome, Curtain Call? That's amazing. I think, if I'm thinking of the correct... Hold on, let's switch scenes again. Wait. I think I still have it up here. Hold, please. We are getting the star wall going. And wouldn't you know that one of the reasons I was late today is because I was clearing out all of my, stuff from... Is it showing? There it is. I was clearing out all my stuff from Thankmas, and you were the first person on the star wall for Thankmas, so haha, it's ready to go for you. Yay! Thank you, Curtain Call. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the donation. And then the last thing, we're going to put on a Scott song really fast, so I'm going to pause this amazing remix of Chaperone. And we are going to start with the first song on Scott's playlist. I will turn it up a little bit. Okay, it's working. Okay, cool. It's not going to be too loud because we're also going to be doing stuff still. In fact, I'm going to have to... Yep, that's loud. Okay. So, this was shuffled, by the way. Linkin Park was just the first one. Yeah! Good, classic. For the YouTube people, come over to the Purple app. We've got allegedly cookies and zombies, and music. So, if you'd like to listen to Scott's playlist, please come over. And then I think the last thing was... Yeah, actually, that was it. Perfect. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so let's talk about the thing.
So we've got the Dimir Rocks, we've got a Dimir Signet and a Talisman of Dominance. Fate Stitcher is a zombie, so he triggers a lot of our other stuff, but he also lets us untap a land each turn, or untap Grimgrin, or untap any number of things.
Wait, pause for 1 second. Curtain Call says no music is coming through the Purple app. Oh my god. It might be because...
your SoundCloud like on SoundCloud?
Oh, yep, there's the problem. This whole time, I'm just like, there, we'll restart it. Thank you for letting me know. It's because I just recently fixed all the sources, too. Then...
Eventually, I'm going to just lock this down so that you can't mess with it anymore.
What? Okay, well, we can go over it another time. There's a whole spaghetti of systems going on with this. Let me know if that's working, please, really fast. Point. Hey, mod. Hey, get to it.
I cannot hear the music if you're talking in my ear.
I'm sorry. I'm just giving you shit.
It is... Yeah, I think it's there. You can turn it up a little bit.
Yay. Straight.
Alright. So, continuing on.
Yeah, it's him. It's Trash Panda. Karen calls us the first time he's seen you. Your sweet arm.
So,
Here, I'll scoot this way.
Pitiless Plunder. Anytime something dies, get a treasure token. He's part of an infinite combo with Gravecrawler, and also just when our things die, we ramp. Rooftop Storm. It's kind of ramp. It just makes everything free.
It's... Yeah, I don't know if that would be called ramp or just...
I'd consider
the Great
it ramp.
Equalizer, perhaps.
Solemn Simulacrum.
Classic. Sad
Especially
robot!
because, we care about things dying. Soul Ring, obviously, it's a commander deck. We probably should throw in a couple more rocks, but actually we should probably cut the Cage Sun for a, what's it called? Signet. Arcane Signet.
Arcane Signet, yeah, that's true.
I would do that now, actually. Cut the Cage Sun for an Arcane Signet. Up top.
Cut the Cage Sun for the Arcane, okay.
For an Arcane Signet.
Remove. Arcane.
Cool, and then we can put your cool Arcane Signet in.
There we go. Oh, it's gonna need to be tagged. Who needs ramp? No.
Yeah, no.
It's hard to ramp.
It's
There we
hard
go.
to ramp. Yep.
It's hard to ramp into me.
So I don't know if that's going to be enough of a ramp package, but if you scroll down to our curve, we're mostly 2 drops, so I don't know how much we care. Up. So that's showing us how many of the cards in our deck are each mana value. So we got big spikes on 2 and 4 drops. See how that goes.
Sweet.
We can scroll back up.
Sweet.
So our next tag is Mom Said It's My Turn to Be Commander.
Yeah!
So just including all of them, and you can put whatever one of them at the helm you feel like that week. I honestly think any one of them will play fine with this list. Like, we could obviously tune a list more uniquely to one of them, but I feel like this is a generic enough zombies list that any single one of them will work.
Sorry. Okay, so these are the 3 basically, like, they're good enough as commanders that they can just live in this deck, or they're good enough as cards as they can just live in this deck, and then I can swap them out for commander pieces whenever I please.
Yep, more or less.
Sweet.
Waterlogged Teachings. It's mostly Here Is a Land.
Yep.
But it does let us tutor up an instant.
Yep.
Or a card with flash. So if, like, we really think we're going to need a counterspell next turn.
That's loud. Sorry.
Next we have Please Go Away, which is our removal package.
Yeah.
Decree of Pain is very expensive, but can potentially draw us a bunch of cards, and we can always cycle it to, like, wipe a bunch of small tokens. Drown in the Lock. It's a nice little dual modal.
This
So
one's
it's
cool.
a 2-mana counterspell or a 2-mana kill something. Flare of Malice. we want to sacrifice things, so this is basically just, hey, this is free, and you get a dice trigger, and you make everyone else sacrifice a bunch of stuff too.
Makes sense.
Invasion of Innistrad.
Ooh, this is really
is
cool.
a nice little kill something, and then if we can
Deluge
manage
of the
to
dead.
kill the battle, it flips into a pretty handy enchantment that poops out zombies.
Yeah.
It's a deck for you, so we're putting Liliana in it.
Yeah.
Our flavor of the week this week is Dreadhorde General, because she poops out zombies and kills things.
Don't say it like that. Don't say she poops out zombies. That's not very, like, I don't know. That doesn't sound very graceful. Gosh. Anyway, but yeah, +1 for created 2/2 zombie, easy peasy.
-4, everyone sacks a bunch of shit.
Yep.
-9, everyone sacks even more stuff.
It's all going down.
And that was one we had in our bulk already, because I think you have most of the Lilianas that they've printed.
Yes. Dreadhorde is really good, Curtain Call, I agree.
And that was one we pulled from our Ravnica box.
Oh, nice.
Live or Die is a cool spell from Duskmourn. It's a little bit expensive, 5 mana, but kill something or reanimate something. Modal spells typically are more expensive than their single-moded brethren, so.
I like this too.
And it's one of the ones you opened from your Duskmourn box.
Yeah, I was
so
going
it's
to
a
say I got
fancy
this out of my big box too, so I have the nice foils. Stop reading my mind. I grant them the illusion of hope so that their despair grows ever sweeter. Valgavoth.
Terror Tide. Usually this is a garbage removal spell, but we actually expect there to be a bunch of permanents in your graveyard. So nice little 4 mana, potentially a board wipe, potentially kill a bunch of small stuff.
Absolutely.
Meat Hook Massacre.
Is the Meat
really
Hook
need an
Massacre.
explanation.
It's the Meat Hook Massacre.
2 of your board wipes, Meat Hook Massacre and Toxic Deluge, can both be a little more targeted. So instead of just kill everything, if you want to kill everybody's small stuff and leave your big stuff alone, you have that option with both Meat Hook Massacre and Toxic Deluge.
Toxic Deluge. Nice.
So Toxic Deluge, 3 mana, pay X life, kill things that are that big.
Pretty straightforward.
Which I flipped a coin for that.
Oh, really?
We only have 1 copy, and you won the flip, so
Oh,
it goes in your deck.
nice. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Virtue of Persistence. I don't know when we got this card. I don't remember opening it, but it's in our collection. So.
I think, because for Eldraine, I ended up getting a big box.
Well, no, but this is Wilds. This isn't Red.
Oh, you're right. This is Wilds.
So it's probably something I opened when I was trying to get my Rhystic study, and I just forgot about it.
Wilds of Eldraine. So then never mind.
But it's one of the better virtues from that cycle.
I just forget
2 mana, kill something and gain 2 life, and then if you can spend the 7 mana, you get to steal something every turn.
Yeah.
So a few of these are kind of dual purpose. This is part of our Give Me Dudes, and also part of our Kill Things.
Gib.
Which brings us to our next section, which I think is our second largest section behind creatures, which is our Reanimator package. So Dreadhorde Invasion is one of the cards that's kind of on relegation. We aren't really amassing zombies in this. We have 2 different ways to do it. One cares about discarding, which we aren't really doing. This one's nice because it happens on upkeep. And then the other nice thing about this one is if you're running this with Grimgrin, he gets lifelink off of this.
Oh.
Because it's really easy. You sack 1 creature, Grimgrin's a 6/6. You have to do that to untap him to attack anyways.
Okay.
And he gets lifelink. So if this synergizes really well with Grimgrin, kind of not as well with the other commanders, but well enough because it just makes a dude.
Makes a dude.
Our first Gisa, Ghoul Caller Gisa.
KittehCult says you still love amassed decks. Nice.
The,
I actually have not used the amassed mechanic that much.
The Sauron precon from the Lord of the Rings decks kind of pops off with amassing orcs.
Oh, we have a friend who has that.
Yep.
Yeah. So we got Ghoul Caller Gisa. I think this is my favorite of the Gisas, especially because the art is just so cool. Like, I love just how, like, cute and upright and pretty she looks, but then the zombies are kind of doing, like one's standing a little bit more upright and the other's, like, hunched down. It's one of... I have too many favorite Magic card arts, but I think this is definitely up there with some of my favorite. But it's sacrifice another creature, create X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens where X is a sacrifice creature's power.
That's awesome for decayed zombies because like her and Wilhelt, a zombie dies, you make a decayed zombie, you sack it to her, and you get 2 more zombies. It turns it into an exponential expression where each zombie that dies creates 2 more. After already coming back once to Wilhelt.
Okay, I know her and Geralt have something going on, but I kinda ship them, not gonna lie.
That would be totally fine, because her and Geralt are brother and sister.
Oh my god! I didn't realize! Well then, never mind. that got very anime for a second there.
Yeah, so Wilhelt's chopping them in half, but they're coming back decayed, and then Gisa's just chopping their heads off and turning them into 2 fresh zombies. It's beautiful. You're right, KittehCult. Turn decayed zombies into less decayed zombies.
That's what I was saying. It's kind of cool because they're like, you just kind of like, oh, we're just going to take this little flesh and we're going to make a little flesh snowman, and that goes.
Ghoulish Procession. Whenever one or more non-token creatures die, make a decayed zombie. Triggers once each turn. This with Wilhelt, you're now getting 2 zombies for the first zombie that dies. Gisa can sack 1.
Oh.
Fate Stitcher can untap Gisa, sack the other one, get 4 zombies for 1 thing dying.
Oh my god! Ruin Combat just donated $5 for the End Overdose project. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for your donation. I so appreciate it. Hold on. I need a better system for looking at all this because I am struggling today apparently. Okay. All right. Maybe not okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. How much? Oh no. Twitch, why are we doing this? Why are you doing this to me? Oh my god!
What?
I cannot scroll to the bottom. Okay, this is $5. Perfect. Okay, let me see how much. I need a better system for this. Okay, $5 is another song off of Scott's playlist. And also shout out, thank you so much, Ruin Combat, for your donation. I so appreciate it. So let's get on yeah, I hope so too. Tell all your friends. Tell all your magic friends. Your pod buddies. Your podlicule. No, that sounds weird. Never mind. All right, we'll come back to that song because it's really solid. Okay. So here's the next song off of Scotty's playlist. Let's take a look. What is it? It's the Misfits! Yes! For you 2 people, we're listening to punk. Yeah! Hell yeah! This one's pretty short. I'll turn it down a little bit. That's actually perfect. I completely forgot the Misfits whole shtick when I was putting this playlist together because I have not listened to them for a very long time, unfortunately. And I was like, oh, that's actually really perfect for what we're doing because spooky monsters and stuff. And horror themes and themes of the unjust and deadliness of the world. It's incredible. Okay.
Alright, next up we have Gisa Glorious Resurrector. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. At the beginning of your upkeep, put all creature cards exiled with Gisa Resurrector onto the battlefield under your control.
Yeah.
So, kill a bunch of your opponent's stuff, steal it all, especially if they have cool ETB triggers. They're decayed, so they can't block and they die after one combat, but if you're sacking into other options...
Yeah, it's good. I'm actually really excited because I have not had a chance to play with this version of Gisa yet, especially, and I really, really like that. But really fast, Ruined Combat says you haven't really listened to them much, but they rock. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. Hold on, did we just go into another song? Yes, we did. Okay. I'll just stop it there because these songs are kind of short. And I want to make sure this playlist goes as long as possible. But, yeah, Misfits is awesome. Definitely a vibe. Highly recommend. There's, like, a whole history there. One of the greats, I think. They also, it's fun, too, because if you are, like, an old monster movie fan, they base a lot of their songs on, like, old monster movies and things like that, which is a ton of fun. All right. So then we got the next Gisa. During combat, you're more into metalcore, but you give them more of a listen. Might be worth checking out. That and Operation Ivy, which is also on this playlist, are two of my favorite, like, 90s punk bands. All right. Specifically because of my brother Scott. So, there's a free Scott fun fact for you. That's okay. That one was kind of obvious given the nature of the playlist. But Gisa the Hellraiser. I actually completely missed that this was in Outlaws of Thunder Junction at all. So,
she's great.
Ward 2, pay 2 life, skeletons and zombies you control get +1/+1 and have menace. Whenever you commit a crime, create 2 tapped 2/2 and black zombie rogue creature tokens. This ability triggers only once each turn.
Yeah, so we're attacking in this deck, so we're getting that trigger every turn. She's a lord and gives everything menace.
She's a
and
lord.
She's a giant pain in the ass to get rid of. Like,
yeah.
Havengul Runebinder. So I was out in Omaha over the weekend, and I stopped into a really great little LGS out there called... What was it called?
This is an LGS in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah. Dragon's Lair Comics and Games.
Ooh!
They have a awesome selection of singles.
Shout out to Dragon's Lair Comic and Games.
So I was going through trying to find the cards for the Edgar deck. I found all but 2 of them. And I also found, because I was going through Innistrad and Dark Ascension and Avacyn Restored for a lot of those cards, I found a few cards for this deck. So Havengul Runebinder is one of those. 4 mana 2/2, not a great rate, but you can pay 3 and tap to exile something and make a zombie, and then everything gets a 1/1 counter.
Yeah, so everything gets a counter.
That is a pretty powerful ability for 3 mana and losing 1 creature out of your graveyard. You also get a free zombie, so...
You get a zombie. And then we're back to Liliana.
Yep. Liliana also goes here because she creates zombies.
Yeah, because she makes zombie. She, as you were saying, she poops zombies.
Yes.
Terrible. Just terrible. Sorry, TikTok got mad at me. You know, it's weird. I was actually getting a lot more views on TikTok previous. I'm guessing it's just because of the platform. Or I don't even actually know if this even connects anymore, if I'm being honest. But whatever. That's fine. We're chilling.
Liliana's Mastery.
Liliana's Mastery is awesome.
It's a Lord effect for your zombies, but it's on an enchantment, so it's a little bit harder to get rid of. And it creates a couple zombies for you.
Yeah.
So, Live or Die also goes here because it can bring something, it can reanimate something. Necro Duality. This is one of the cards we opened in Innistrad. All your zombies create a copy.
Yeah.
Rooftop Storm, everything's free.
Double Trouble.
So yeah, Rooftop Storm and
Rooftop Storm is just
Necro
good.
Duality combine. You're casting all your zombies for free and getting 2 for 1 on them.
Rooftop Storm's like a little effed up, if I'm being honest.
No, if
someone was having
you,
fun when they pitched that.
If people let that land, it's their own fault that they died.
Yeah, that would. I'm definitely gonna be mindful of that. I think that was part of why I was like, definitely gonna need some counterspell or
definitely
something counterspell.
Also, that's something that you wait until everyone is tapped out to drop on the table.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%. Cruelty of Gix.
So force someone to discard a card, tutor something for 3 life, and then reanimate something. Just a nice little sequence of effects for what we're trying to do in this deck.
Easy.
Tutor something into your graveyard
Classic.
for 2 mana. With the amount of reanimation effects we have, that can be extremely powerful, fetching us up Grimgrin or the Scarab God. Vault 12. This is a really cool card from Fallout that we opened, and I've been looking for an opportunity to use it. It's the only rad counter effect in this deck, so we're not trying to like kill people with rad counters. It's more, you're gonna get probably minimum 4, if not more, zombie mutants off of this. Because you're putting 12 rad counters on the table, and then it's a full turn cycle, and then by that point, if there's not more than 4 rad counters left on the table, people are pissed at you for making them mill good shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, either you make your opponents mill good stuff and get a few less zombies, or you get a bunch of zombies, and then all of your zombies get 2 1/1 counters.
Sweet.
So, pretty solid in a zombie deck.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'm glad you found that, because I had no idea you even had that. That's a really, really cool saga.
Virtue of Persistence, because it lets you reanimate something every turn.
Yeah.
Young Necromancer,
Oh, it's Lily!
because it's Baby
I
Lily, and also just a nice reanimator effect. Exile 2 cards from the graveyard to reanimate something
Easy peasy.
on a reanimatable body.
That's
Dark
not
Confidant.
Lily. That's me cosplaying as Lily.
So you may notice we
I
are
can
a
do
little
magic.
short on card drop.
Dark Confidant.
That is because we are relying on mill and reanimator
Touch more cards.
for a lot of our card selection.
Yep.
That's also why a lot of our effects are stapled to creatures, when the effect by itself on like a sorcery might be cheaper.
Woo.
But because we stapled it to a creature, we can get it with reanimator out of our extra hand, aka our graveyard. But we have like 4
the
Dark
secondary deck,
Confidants.
the graveyard.
We have like 4 Dark Confidants from our Ravnica box, and it's just a great black card advantage engine, especially with how low the average CMC is on this deck. The odds of him hitting you for a lot are pretty low, whereas the odds of him just getting you an extra 1 or 2 drop zombie each turn are pretty high.
Yeah.
Decree of Pain is
Decree of Pain.
board wipe, but you also draw a card for everything, so if you can drop it while the board is really full,
Yeah.
it can give you selection of like a third of your deck.
Makes sense.
Midnight Reaper, he's a zombie. Awesome. He also lets you draw a card every time a non-token creature dies, and we
So
want our
cool.
non-token creatures dying.
Again, more proof that the art for black cards goes harder than any other color, I swear. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of comes with the territory of it being like, oh, dark. But seriously.
And zombie nipples.
Yay!
Very similar to Dark Confidant, but you mill 3, so you can put 2 creature cards in your graveyard and then pay 1 and 3 life to get an instant or sorcery that you need in your hand.
Perfect.
This is our mana base. We honestly had a pretty solid Dimir mana base. Just
Ooh, wait, pause. Curtain Call says, what about Liliana's Standard Bearer to minimally help with draw?
we have those.
You okay?
Yep. I just keep stepping on this bag of cards. I'm gonna push it more under the table. Let's see.
I was gonna say, I'm pulling it up right now if you want to come over here.
Actually, I'm pretty
Liliana's
sure.
Standard Bearer. When a flash from Liliana's Standard Bearer enters, draw X card, where X is the number of creatures that died under your control this turn. Or Silver Smoked Ghoul. Still really like that dragon, by the way. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, return Silver Smoke Ghoul from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Or you can sacrifice it to draw a card. So it has that sack outlet, but it's also...
Yep, Standard Bearer absolutely goes in. We have one. I'm 90% certain it's not in a deck.
That's going in.
I know it's from my Midnight or my Commander
there
deck,
we go.
but I'm pretty sure I cut it for something else. So it should be in our...
Got too many decks. So I got Liliana's Standard Bearer in there. Should I also put Silver Smoke Ghoul?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, what does Silver Smoke Ghoul do? Sorry.
At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, return Silver Smoke Ghoul from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
I
And
don't
you
know
can-
if we have... I mean, being able to sack him to draw a card, we'd have to rely on other reanimator effects because we're not gaining a ton of life. But being able to repeatedly sack him to get decayed zombies and cards... Also, it's worth noting that if we're running Wilhel, we have card draw stapled to our commander.
True.
So card advantage in our deck becomes a little bit less important.
Yeah, fair.
But still important. Where is my...
Current cause is not sure if you have enough life gain for Ghoul.
That's kind of where I was looking at. Like, we wouldn't necessarily be able to bring him back with life gain, but we would potentially be able to bring him back with, like, our reanimator effects, which we have a lot of. Liliana's Standard Bearer is still in my deck. I could cut it for something, though, because I don't know how much...
It is a Lily-themed card. It is a Lily-themed card. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite.
I just need to figure out what I'm replacing it with, because I need another knight
What?
that's not already in the deck.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good pick for sure. Because we've already
Yeah, I
got
think
like lots of Lily stuff going on, so that kind of works, especially for me because I love her. She's my favorite. Yeah, when Lily's Standard Bearer enters the battlefield, draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures that died under your control this turn. Yeah, I like that a lot. Then we can start going through lands. So we got Bad River. Enters the battlefield tap. Search the library for island or swamp card. Put in the battlefield shuffle. Simple enough. Castle Ventress. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control an island. Pretty straightforward. You can also use it to scry. That's pretty solid. Choked Estuary. Enters the battlefield. May reveal an island or swamp card from your hand. If you don't, Choked Estuary enters the battlefield tapped. Pretty straightforward. Black or blue on that. Command Tower. Everybody knows what Command Tower does. Demir Aqueduct enters tapped. Return a land you control. It's a bounce land. But you can add 2. Dismal Backwater enters the battlefield tapped. You gain a life. Simple enough. Evolving Wilds. Everybody knows what that does. Nephalia Drownyard. I haven't seen this one yet, actually. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Again. Have I lied? Oh no, where is it? Where'd it go? There we go. Okay. Colorless, or you can tap 3 plus, or tap 1, tap blue, tap black, and tap it. Pay and tap. Wow, thank you, brain. Target mills 3 cards. Obscure Storefront. Sacrifice it when you do. Search library for basic. That's basically another. Yeah, okay. Path of Ancestry. Everybody knows what Path of Ancestry does. Port of Carfell. Enters the battlefield tapped. Mill 4 cards. Return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And then here's Restless Reef. This is the card that we have that turns into a shark. Soured Springs. Enters the battlefield tapped. Simple enough. Deals 1 damage. Sunken Hollow. Waterfront District. Simple. But you can also sacrifice it to draw a card. Watery Grave. You can also pay 2 life if you don't enter the battlefield tapped.
So just so you know,
Kimco says, ooh, Death Touch Shark. Yes. Yes. This one I really, really like. I'm actually really glad we're using this in a deck because I don't know how long it's going to stay there depending on like if we can find a card that could replace it. But I love Shark. I love Shark. And I love Demir. And I love Death Touch. Don't touch, you die. Simple enough. It's what now?
I thought we had a fetch land in here.
We do, I thought. Do we have a fetch land?
I mean, we've got a Bad River, but
What?
At least I'm pretty sure we do.
What is it?
The Demir Fast Fetch. The,
Oh.
where is it?
Anyone out there remember if there is a Demir Fast Fetch land?
There is.
Uh,
We own one.
At least the name of one. Sorry, that should have been specific. We know it exists.
I'm
We don't know the
pretty
name.
sure we have a Polluted Delta.
Polluted Delta?
Is it in the list?
Oh my god, I was just looking at the list. I did
Well,
not
oh,
see
yeah,
it.
apparently we don't.
No, I did not.
Never mind.
I was like, as soon as I see the art, I'll be able to know. Because that's how my brain works. My brain not very good with remembering the names of things, but it is very good at remembering the pretty of things. That's really cool though. Pay 1 life, sacrifice polluted delta, search your library for an island or swamp card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle.
Yeah, we have a few of those. I do know that the where is it? The Watery Grave is one of the most expensive ones.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was trying to remember. I thought we had another really good Demir fetch land, but I think it's in my fairies deck.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what happened to it. Yep, we put it in there.
Yeah. Okay. Then yes.
Because I knew we had opened one, which we might want to move it because it will do better.
Yeah, honestly, it might.
Your fairies deck needs some love.
It did pretty alright the other night when I played it with the minimal additions that we've made, although I think I ended up poking it a little too much on my own without looking up recommendations. Well, I know I looked up recommendations first, and then I poked around with it, and I was like, ooh, I think I scuffed it a little bit, but not in a fun, good way. I think it's just kind of bad now.
Your fairies deck?
Yeah.
I didn't know you made changes to it.
It was a long time ago, and I forgot about it until I played it the other night, and then I was like, oh, whoops. Okay, well, hopefully I don't die right away. But I might have to start from scratch on that one and just do some of the pretty common. For context, this is the Throne of Eldraine Demir Fairies precon. Oh god, sorry, the Wilds of Eldraine. I always get them mixed up. Why do I always get them mixed up? I had a whole box of Throne of Eldraine, and then I don't know. My brain broke, I guess. I guess my brain broke. I don't know.
It's all good. There's a new set like every other week. It's a lot to keep.
Yeah, God, I wish they'd slow down a little bit. I'm like, Wizards, are you really hemorrhaging that much money?
No, they're making money hand over
Yeah,
fist.
they're making
That's why
money
they have
hand over
no
fist.
intention of slowing down.
It's like, just calm down. Just give everybody a break for 2 seconds. There's only so much shiny cardboard I can stuff into my house, please. It's gotten to a point where I'm just like, should we just start turning over? Like, would it make more sense to just kind of turn over some of these cards, say we're putting them into storage or something, and then just, like, buy them again later? I don't know.
Alright, well, I need to find a knight to put in to replace that, but yes, you can have my Lily.
Yay! Thank you!
Alright, what else do we got?
Alright, I already went through all the lands. So KittehCult, we are putting in Lily as standard bearer. Thank you kindly for the recommendation. I actually didn't know that we had that. So it works. So, Drown in the Loch.
Drown in the Loch, modal spell,
Really cool.
counter spell.
That was
or-
already on that side, I think, yeah. Drown in the
why
Loch
is
was on this
your-
side.
Why is that section smaller for you? There should be 5 cards in that. Will you
Oh,
refresh?
I can refresh. What's in your hand?
Yeah, so there was a few different things. We did put in Archmage's Charm as a,
Oh, there we go. Archmage's Charm.
Well, that's in our card draw section. So it's Kabbalah, yeah. But we are scroll up. We're on the
we are using there it is. Okay.
So
Archmage's Charm, Counterspell,
modal spell,
easy.
Counterspell.
Drown Luck, yep. Overcharged Amalgam. Flash Flying, Exploit. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. When it exploits a creature, counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability.
So 4 mana is a bit expensive for a counterspell, but it's stapled to a 3/3 flyer that also potentially replaces itself and gives you a 1-turn sack outlet.
Nice.
And 3 steps ahead.
3 steps ahead is just good.
I love the spree cards.
This is honestly one of the fairies deck that they gave out on Magic Arena has this. And this was like the game-changing card for me every single time that I pulled it when I was playing that arena precon. I love this card now.
Yeah, no, I love the spree cards. I'm running the white instant board wipe spree card in the Edgar deck.
Yeah.
This 3 mana counterspell or 4 mana make a token copy of a token or of a creature. Or draw 2 cards, then discard a card for 3 mana. Like,
yep, it's
any
just
one
so
of
good.
those is great on its own. If you can pay for multiple, even better.
Yeah. And then
these
who
are
needs
our
ramp?
cheap
Zombies are
bodies.
cheap. A Cursed Marauder. We talked about that. So these were mostly the cards that we added at the start of the stream, where we kind of were looking at the lower drops in the library. So we'll skip those. I think this
Blade
is
Stitch
most of
Scab.
them.
Well,
But
yeah,
yeah.
the important ones are going to be included in the next section. So.
Oh yeah. It's all the same. It's all the same. Oh, flashback. Oh, and also, so we are putting Tainted Adversary in there. That's working. We also have Stitcher's Supplier, which I don't think we touched on. When it enters or dies, mill 3 cards. And then, yeah, we already talked about Walking Corpse. Perfect. Our sweet vanilla guy. Oh, he's so precious. Let's read the text, shall we? Feeding a normal army is a problem with logistics. With zombies, it's an asset. Feeding is why they fight. Feeding is why they are feared. Which is honestly kind of a brilliant tactic when you think about it. Alright, so then now we got Zamber's Got Swole. Blade Stitch Scab. He's back again. Death Priest and Mirkul. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies you can control get +1/+1 at the beginning of your end step. If a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 black skeleton creature token. The Reaper bids you rise. Diagraph Captain. Death Touch. I don't know why I said Captain like I was trying to say Captain Crunch.
So stupid. They just kept putting
Diagraph me,
and
Captain.
they could have stopped at any point. A 3 mana 2/2 Death Touch, fine on its own. Oh, it's a Lord too? Awesome. Oh, it's also a Blood Artist? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, whenever yep. That's honestly solid. I had no idea we had that, or did you find that?
So we had that, but I didn't know we had that, so that's one of the cards I bought in Omaha.
Okay, cool. Nice. Well, thank you. And what was the name of that place?
Dragon's Lair Comics and Games.
Thank you, Dragon's
Really
Lair
cool
Comics and Games in Omaha. Thank you. It's a crazy card. Yeah, that's solid. Like I've seen decks that have Diagraph Cabin in it. I don't know why I keep saying it. Like it's fine. So that's exciting. I'm excited. And then we got Geese of the Hellraiser.
Which we already
War
touched
2, pay
on,
2 life.
But she's also a lord.
Yeah, she's also
zombies.
Isa. I know.
And
She's just so
if you're
cool.
using the Death Priest of Mirkul to make a skeleton,
yeah.
she'll also buff your skeletons. So incidental little synergy there.
Ta-da!
Which
Perfect.
I'm also running the Death
Ta-da.
Priest in Edgar.
Ta-da.
A lot of the vampire lords are pretty expensive. He is dirt cheap. So he's a little bit more mana intensive than some of the other ones, but yeah, for any one of those creature types, really great include. It's like 50 cents.
Yeah, that's exciting. So then we got Haven Ghoul Runebinder. Exile a creature card from your graveyard, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token, then put a +1/+1 counter on each zombie creature you control. We already talked about that, actually.
Yep.
As I was saying, I'm like, why am I reading this again?
He
like, it's
just
brand new.
throws out 1/1
But then
counters,
Liliana's Mastery is back.
Mastery.
Tainted Adversary. This was current call suggestion. Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 and 1 black any number of times. When you pay this cost one or more times, put that many +1/+1 counters on tainted adversary, then create twice that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens with decayed.
So he makes himself big, and he makes you guys.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. And then Vault 12, the Necropolis.
Specifically in this section for Chapter 3,
Yep.
where everything gets
Everything
a +2/+2,
gets
and they're counters.
the beef.
It's not like just a generic buff.
So in my mind, the Meat Hook Massacre guy is giving all these parts on all these zombies over here.
Yep. So yeah, that's at 100.
On Hundo, we did it! Yeah!
So let's see if we're in
Hype.
budget.
Alright,
So let's make sure we're not doing the cage.
I don't know who's out there. Can we do a hype in chat? We did it! That was 100! Let's heckin' go!
We are. Wait, I thought I need to refresh this.
Alright, so we got a couple different options for playtesting this. I would not mind running like a couple of quick, like 3 to 10 turn games. Just to see what happens. We could do it against Edgar if you wanted to.
I'm down for maybe one of those.
Yeah, we can do just one.
Since very early. Traveling.
That's why I was asking. Or no, oh no, I definitely do not want to. We're going to kind of have a relatively, which I apologize because I got on late, so I'm also getting off relatively early. Just because, like, neither of us have been sleeping very well and we want to get some rest, so. In the interest of taking care of my body and trying to listen to myself before I burn myself out, I think I'm gonna take a little, keep it a little short today. So, here's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna take one more, quick break because I need to run another ad because Twitch bids me to do so. But when we get back, we are going to play test this deck in its current iteration, using the Moxfield, spell table trick. In fact, I'm probably just going to get that set up real fast. And we're going to take a break. I'm going to fix my desk. We're going to go back to sitting, and I'm going to run an ad. So we will be back to test this Zombies deck. I hope you're excited. I know I am. But yes, and if you would like to skip ads, you're always welcome to subscribe if you'd like. We could use more people for the Covenant. But if you also would just like to follow the cult, that's fine too. I appreciate you either way. And we will be right back. Thank you. Okay, folks. Wait, hold on. I forgot to cover that up. Okay, folks. I am so sorry about all of this. We are continuing to have issues. Everything's broken right now. Tonight was just one of these days. It's gonna go smoothly and totally fine, and there's not gonna be a single problem. One of these days. Statistically speaking, it's gotta happen eventually, right? Right? Statistically? Huh? I don't know. But, so it would seem that, spell table, does not want to work. I think something is, using my OBS virtual cam right now, and I'm not sure how to fix it. Hey, that just means I get to do a follow-up video and have another 50 people tell me to play Cockatrice, or use Cockatrice, even though I don't like it. But mind you, I actually would like to try Cockatrice again and see if it feels a little bit better. But I think honestly, me and Trash are both pretty exhausted. It's been a long day for both of us. We think we're probably just gonna have to push it forward a little bit and play test this deck next time. However, that does mean we have a chance to gather the cards that y'all recommended and actually like put the physical deck together. So who knows, maybe next time on Spell Table we can actually just play the paper versions of the cards. I think I will at the very least show you the goldfish, like a couple of goldfishes. So like, oh, actually we just changed the commander. Okay, so let me refresh this. Okay, so I decided we were gonna run Will Helt first just to see. I mean, he can go back in the command zone. I don't know why I took him out of the command zone. You can see him down there. But okay, so I started with Watery Grave, Evolving Wilds, 3 steps ahead, Liliana's Standard Bearer, Walking Corpse, Virtue of Persistence, and Flare of Malice. I do have a critter on turn 2. Oh, no, I guess I could pay 2 life. And I do have a critter on turn 1 with this one, so that's not terrible. I might just restart just to see. Okay, yeah, I think a mulligan was the right call there, because this is way more land already. But then we start out with Counterspell 2, which is huge. The Scab, the Blade Stitch Scab, oh my god, what was that? Lazotep Chancellor. Yeah, I think, and then obviously turn 1 Soul Ring. Okay, so I have really bad luck with a turn 1 Soul Ring, so I'm actually kind of curious about this to see if it does play okay. I think what I would probably do is I probably would just pull out that turn 1 Soul Ring. Well, yeah, either way. So let's say I'll do the island. I'll do the turn 1 Soul Ring, because I'm a dick like that. Let's see if it's still bad luck, because that's not bad for critters, because that's like 2 different critters that can come out. Well, actually, I wouldn't do that. I would do this, and I would pay 2 life. So then I would have black. Well, no, I guess that works either way. It's fine. And then, sorry, next turn. Live or Die, not terrible, but then I would definitely get out that next land. And then I would probably get out, oh, I don't know if I'd want to do the Scab first or the Chancellor first. Probably the Scab, so then when the Chancellor comes out, he's got a little bit of extra beef on him. Turn 3. Oh, there's our Walking Corpse. That's not bad. I would probably get out the Castle Ventress, just because now I have an island, so it doesn't come into play tapped. It's ready to go. So now I'm up. Oh gosh, actually I could have also, no. I didn't have enough mana for that, my bad. But now, okay, so then I'd probably get out the Chancellor next. Yeah, wait, whoops, wrong one. And the next turn, probably the Corpse. I'd probably swing out with the Scab. This gets buffed a little bit, so I can use it as kind of an early blocker if need be. But turn 4, what do we got? A Swamp. I really like the art on these lands. We can do the Walking Corpse next without much fanfare. I got something to bring stuff back. I got a Destroy option as well. I also have Counterspell, but I'd probably save that for making sure my my tower doesn't get bounced back for whatever reason. Oh, the bear is back. I'd probably get that out. Ooh, okay, interesting. Interesting. I would actually probably save that for when I had more of my zombie tokens ready to go. I don't know. I feel like I play Magic way too carefully. Like, I feel like I need to be way more aggressive.
You do.
Yeah. So honestly, the walking corpse is a walking corpse. Swing out with the walking corpse. This guy's got a little bit extra. This guy does. I don't know. I also get so anxious about like the first couple times I'm looking at a deck. I'm just like, I know what this does, but
So
nice.
This is disgusting, is what it does.
Yeah.
Can you? I wish I could restart with the same opening hand. Can I restart with the same opening hand?
No.
Oh, yeah, I can. Alright, here, I'm gonna stream my Discord so that I can just kind of show some of the play patterns, yeah?
Okay.
And just kind of show you my thought process when I'm gold fishing.
Okay.
Hold.
Okay, so Trash is also goldfishing it right now. You said you're streaming. There we go. Okay, I'm looking at your stream.
Lost you in Discord.
What?
For some reason.
Oh, that was probably because I'm on my.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can't be on both.
I can't be on both.
Okay, that's fine. So decent opening hand, 3 mana.
You're not sharing the right screen. You're sharing Discord. You're sharing Discord to Discord. Infinite!
Oh, I was streaming Discord specifically, not. There we go. That should be it. There we go. Okay.
Okay,
So,
what are your thoughts? Okay, so you got.
decent opening hand. We've got the Young Necromancer for some Reanimator. We've got 3 lands. We've got Necro Duality in our opening hand, which is huge. Card draw and a cheap zombie.
Yeah.
I prefer to have a couple more zombies, but I think this is playable, so we'll give it a shot. My other opening hand was a little bit more disgusting, but I think this will still be pretty gross. So we'll start with a Choked Estuary, revealing an island so that it comes in untapped. Oh, we forgot to draw. Alright. Oh, yeah, that's great. We have a great turn 2 play now.
Oh. Coolest progression. Oh, okay.
Next turn, we'll draw for turn. We'll play a command tower. We'll tap to put out our Ghoulish Procession. And now whenever anything dies, we get a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Turn 3, we can play out our island. And we should be able to do our Blade Stitch Scab. We kind of want to save our Foulmire Knight to draw a card off him before we play him. So we'll probably just stay here for now.
Did you see that I was on like turn 9 of my goldfish?
I did, yeah. But it was a little bit slower of a start.
Okay, so you're going for something that's like got a really quick.
Yeah, so this would
Oh, you're getting like all the picks
like
in
to
it too.
get him out, but we probably want to do card draw instead, so we'll draw a card and lose a life. That gives us land for turn, which we can use to play Foulmire Knight from Exile.
Uh-huh.
And start swinging, assuming we can get him through. And someone next turn would be will help.
Yep. Turn 5 will help. Nice.
Swing in, assuming something dies, we get our first zombie with decayed, and we can start drawing cards.
Oh yeah, I guess I.
So,
Oh,
end of
I
turn,
had Will Helt on
we
like
actually
turn.
get
Oh my god.
two decayed zombies because of ghoulish procession. And end of turn, we can sack one to Will Helt to draw an additional card.
Mhm.
And at this point, we've got Midnight Reaper.
Oh,
we've got
there's
Necro
Geese and
Duality,
Geralf. Yep.
We've got a bunch of zombies in our hand.
Okay, I'm
We
kind of
can
curious
cast
about
Necro
restarting mine
Duality
then.
And then
Hold
start
on.
doubling our zombies.
Yeah,
Doubling
yeah,
our
yeah.
decay triggers. By turn 8, we have
Okay.
12, 13 zombies on the field, and we're swinging for lethal.
Oh, yep. I've got a pretty solid on my next one combo.
Yeah, and it's been I've done 3 with it, and it's been disgusting
Here we
every
go,
time.
like immediately.
I may have done a bad thing.
This is honestly gonna be really, really, really cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I really want to like get this like in paper and ready to go for
Okay.
actual. Oh, sorry folks, I switched screen because I was
Then I'm gonna go ahead and send this. 'Cause It's 5 packages, so it's gonna take
Sorry about that.
probably 2 weeks for us to get them all.
Yeah, that's honestly not too bad. We'll just proxy the rest in the meantime. If that's, I mean, our friends are always fine with proxies as long as it's not like, yeah, I'm proxying a Black Lotus. It's nobody gives a shit. People on the LGS are really cool about that stuff too, which I really appreciate. 'Cause I think everybody agrees, as long as you're not just like, yeah, this is a $700 card that I'm proxying. It's like, no, I have this on the way. I can show you the receipt. I just want to test it. Because as fun as it is to do it this way, I just kind of want to.
Speaking of which, did you see the new commander from Aether Drift that has a Black Lotus, an Ancestral Recall, and a Lightning Spike stapled to him?
Really?
It's loot, and you can pay a green to add 3 mana of any color. You can pay a blue to draw 2 cards, or you can pay
Which
a
card
red
is this?
to shoot all of your opponents for 3 damage.
Okay, Drift.
He is disgustingly broken.
What is his name?
Loot, exuberant explorer. No, not exuberant explorer. Loot.
Oh wait, Loot. Oh,
Loot
the
the
critter.
Loot the Pathfinder.
Loot the Pathfinder.
And he is absolutely disgusting. You can only use each of those once, but then you just blink him, and then you use them again.
Exhaust.
He is so gross.
Draw 3 cards. Loot deals 3 damage.
And, you know, why don't we give him double strike, vigilance, and haste?
But
Why
Taiwo, do you see? He's just a little guy.
The turn you
It's
cast
just a little
him,
guy.
the turn you cast him, he can hit for 4 and still tap for 3 mana of any color.
But he's just a little guy.
In what universe is that fair?
That is,
He
yeah.
functionally costs 2.
Yeah.
He is a 2 mana 2/4 with double strike because the turn you cast him, you can hit someone and still tap him for 3 mana.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. That is fair. That's incredible. I'm really excited to try Aether Drift out. I'm actually very excited for it to come to Arena because I think I'm going to draft with it on Arena mostly. And I think we're going to try and do a Magic draft, like an actual one, coming up here soon. Because I do really want to draft this. Like, I think my favorite part of, or one of my favorite things to do to get new cards without having to buy a whole box and then, you know, piles and piles of cards afterward is drafting. So I'm very excited to give that a shot. I'm very excited for it to come to Arena. Maybe once, has it hit Arena yet? Do we know? I guess I could open Arena, but I don't think it's updated. Aether Drift. On Arena. When? Aether Drift Early Access. Start your engines. Aether Drift times. Aether Drift Magic. Announcements. 1 week left to pre-order. Magic streamers take Aether Drift after a test drive. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Only 1 week left to order. Current call says February 11th, I think. What day is that? That's a Tuesday. We might if it's coming to Arena then. Eli the 14th. Oh, on Valentine's Day? Oh. Magic, come on. Wait, is that Valentine's Day?
People something to do.
Yeah, that's Valentine's Day. They gotta give people something to do. Wow. That's kind of sad. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll do... oh, I think... Actually, that's the day I think we're gonna go do that draft. So maybe at some point on that, during that weekend, if we got a little bit of free time, or even next week, or the week after, I mean, we can give it a little test drive. Haha! See what we think.
Want to run the awesome foil poster Meat Hook Massacre?
Yes, of course I want to run the awesome foil except we shouldn't, because it's the foil poster Meat Hook Massacre.
We should sell this.
Yeah, honestly.
We have 2 others
That's
to
true.
actually play.
That is true.
We should sell this.
In this economy, it would make sense to sell our really, really nice Meat Hook Massacre. I will not lie.
Because this is like 4 or 5 packs of Innistrad.
Yeah, it's so cool.
How much is
But
it?
it's...
It's dropped a bit, or is that foil or not?
this one says near mint 31.19.
Is that foil? Or
I don't
not?
think it's foil. How do I?
Near mint foil is $60
Oh, really?
on Card Kingdom.
Sheesh.
TCG player.
Meat Hook Massacre enters. Each creature. It's so cool though.
Yeah,
Oh, I
foil
love it
is
so
47
much.
on TCG player, so we could probably get like 25-30 bucks store credit for it.
Man, but it's so cool.
I'm not saying we have to. I'm just saying like that's.
Yeah,
It's
the
dope
smart
as
thing to
hell.
do is
And I also
to...
would not mind hanging on to it and just playing it. We opened it.
That's true.
It's not
It's
like
true.
we Spent $60.
I don't know.
It came out of a $20 pack.
Yeah. I feel like for me, I have a hard time like assigning value to Magic cards, even though they are a physical item, you know? For me, I'm still at the end of the day just like, okay, but it's shiny cardboard, and the people who are making up how expensive it is are the ones who are trying to sell it to you.
Which is fine, but if I can turn
Which is
one
fine.
card into 50 cards...
That's true. That is an infinite money glitch in of itself.
I mean, it's not an infinite money glitch, it's an infinite shiny cardboard.
It's an infinite shiny cardboard
And
glitch.
in
My bad.
brain, They're the same thing.
That is fair. Oh, it's so cool. I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
We've
You know,
also,
what?
our friend has that Festival in a Box coming in, too.
Ooh,
So we could
Festival in a
use that to
Box.
kick him. We could sell that and just kick him that money for the Festival in a Box.
That's...
Or we could trade that in for store credit and use that to get additional prize support when we do the Festival in a Box draft. We could turn that into a bunch of packs that we could throw into the prize pool.
That's not a bad idea. Let me sleep on it.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
Also, I love that they did an Unwanted remake and a card called
And a
Unwanted Remake in Dustmore.
Unwanted remake.
Well, no, because we got Meat Hook Massacre 2, which was an unwanted remake when everyone just wanted them to reprint Meat Hook Massacre. And then we got a card called Unwanted Remake.
Yeah. That's amazing. Those nerds up there in Magic HQ, they're pretty cute and clever, aren't they?
They've been doing a bunch of cute stuff.
Aren't they pretty cute? Aren't they pretty clever?
Guess one of the mechanics that came back for Aether Drift.
What was one of the mechanics?
Cycling.
Oh, right, cycling. I forgot people were
Because
talking about that.
motorcycles.
Yeah, people were pissed.
Yeah, because it's a crap mechanic.
People were like, that's dumb. Why would you do this? And they were like, because we own this game. We can do whatever we want with it. You guys like Marvel? You guys like Marvel? Who needs Marvel Rivals when you got Marvel and Magic the Gathering? And then everyone was like, give me the Marvel Rivals, please. But also the Magic one too, while you're at it. Well, folks, so I think since spell table is, I was really hoping we could test this. That's annoying. So I'll have to figure out why spell table, or at least what is trying to see OBS as a camera source and why it's not piping through to spell table. Fun stuff, yay! But I really do appreciate everyone who showed up today. We still have plenty of time to make our goal. Who knows? Maybe we'll do something the week after as well. I don't know. We haven't quite decided yet. But thank you for everyone who did support and who dropped donations. I so greatly appreciate it. Thank you for letting me tell you about my brother a little bit. He really was an awesome person, and I genuinely would not be the nerdy little freak I am today were it not for his mentorship. And I will say one thing, and I'm not gonna trouble him or anything like that, but I will say know that, you know, like, you are definitely not alone in the things that you're going through, and just be careful. Like, I cannot prevent you from making the choices that you decide to make, but I can simply ask, like, just be so careful. Like, whatever you're doing, I don't give a shit what it is. I don't care if you're eating too many pixie sticks or something else. Start low, go slow. You can always take more. You can never take less. Test your shit. And there are resources out there if you are genuinely, truly suffering, even just mildly suffering at all. And there are people who do love you. And with everything that's going on right now, we don't have to name anything. We don't have to talk about it, but don't. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Just don't. It's not worth it. Like, don't let them win. And don't go back to it because you thought they win. It's not worth it. And there's a lot to be here for, too. I know I'm just one person, and I know you probably don't know me. I mean, KittehCult knows me. KittehCult's been around. We're good, KittehCult. And obviously Trash Panda lives with me, so he knows me pretty well. But for the rest of you folks, know that you are so loved. Like, I don't know, I haven't met a lot of you, but my heart goes out to you and to the people that you care about too. And we are all in this together. And just please take care of yourselves, okay? Like, it's a scary world out there right now, and it's a lot, but we're gonna get through it together, and we're gonna do it by playing Magic the Gathering, and we're gonna do it by playing Ashes of Creation, and hopefully one of these days I'll finally get around to starting some of those spicy novellas for you. I think that'll be fun. Anyway, that's my little spiel. Thank you for joining me for Zombies. What's in your head? In your head. Yeah. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, everyone who joined us. I will catch you next time. See ya. Thank you, Karen. Have a good night. I'm gonna try and find. I don't think anyone is really rateable right now, so I'm just gonna kind of. I don't really know anyone who's playing Magic right now, so I don't know how do we feel about rating Porcini? He's playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. He seems to be really enjoying it. Cecil, I know you mentioned if you're still out there that you were playing that as well. So I'm gonna rate Porcini because he is the only person I am familiar with off this list who is. Oh, actually, wait, sorry, Porcini. KittehCult apparently just went live. They've been live for like 30 seconds. So let's drop in on them. We just talked Magic. We didn't get to play any. Let's drop in on KittehCult because her and her friends are doing the thing. So let's go. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Fare thee well. Have a good night. I love all of you. I love you all so much. Be careful out there. Be safe. Stay hydrated. my spine.